All right, we live. Testing, testing. We gonna wait a minute. Put on some. I don't think we can put on music, but can put on music. But uh, yeah, man. Wait for some people to get here. Hey, man. Say, man. What's the word? You know what I'm saying? Stop what you're doing. Stop right now. Stop your arguing. It's your boy Jay Lowry on the lowdown. Take a load off. We keep it low key all the time, all the time, all the time. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, man. Before we start, I want to give a special shout out to Anchor. Anchor is this fun app. He's dope. It's free to use if you ever want to make a podcast. Anchor is this app that's has plenty of tools that you can use to edit, play around with your podcast, play around with your words, what you want to say. Gives fun, free music with no copyright strikes, none at all. And even you can like get a sponsor and get paid for it. So shout out to Anchor for that. But today, man, uh, originally I want to get on the topic of Kyrie Irving. Kyrie took some time off of the league, and his team of the Brooklyn Nets went MIA. Uh, if you're in the chat, feel free to say what's up, what's up, what's up. Uh, but yeah, man, Kyrie Irving took some time off from the league, and uh, just came out today, a couple minutes ago, that he said he just needed a break, and I kind of want to flow into the topic because the sports world has been getting on him a lot, and I kind of want to stress the notion of the mental health of the players that we have in today's league and today's world. The fact that the whole league just started going right at Kyrie as soon as he had to take a mental day off, and the fact that we all just looked at him as, oh, maybe you're not ready for the big time. Oh, you're always doing this that. Kyrie has a history, which I feel like of his mental health is kind of broken. With the loss of his mother. Rest in peace to his mother. All respects to Kyrie Irving for being the man he is today. He bought George Floyd's family a house. Shout out to Kyrie Irving for that. And the fact that we, the media, I would say we, the media now, because I'm being a part of the media right now. The fact that the media, actually, I wouldn't put myself in that category because I never talk about Kyrie Irving until today. But the fact that the media immediately like decided that Kyrie just wanted to take a load off just because because he's Kyrie Irving, because he's rich, because he got KD on his team. The fact that the media just flat out had that notion really kind of upsets me, being that Dak Prescott, shout out to Dak Prescott. Don't know him personally because I'm just a college student in college that's broke, and I don't like the Dallas Cowboys. And the fact that Dak Prescott had something similar to this start of the pandemic, and his brother just committed suicide. Prayers out, condolences to his family, and the fact that we had all that, and then Skip Bayless out of FS1 came out of nowhere and said, "You're the quarterback. It's your job not to be mentally weak." So the fact that the whole world went to Skip Bayless and just said, "Hey, Skip, you were wrong about that." He's still, at the end of the day, athletes are still human. We love the notion that LeBron James and other people's like decide to say we're not going to shut up and dribble, but at the same time, we the media need to figure out that these people are human too. So not only do they need to speak out against the social injustices of the world, they also need to take care of their mentals and their mental health and make sure they're not dying inside. That the only reason why they're not waking up is to dribble a basketball or to entertain us as the media or the fans. Yeah, man. Kyrie Irving having an outstanding year. Uh, excuse me. Sorry. Yeah, Kyrie Irving having an outstanding year. Just playing outstanding with the Brooklyn Nets, currently averaging 27 points a game, shooting 50% from the field, 40% from three. That's just so outstanding to me. The fact that he's dealing with all this mentally, but he's still putting up his numbers. He's still getting his numbers, and his team is doing well without him. So imagine what he's gonna do. Imagine what the Brooklyn Nets is gonna do when they get up with Kyrie Irving, and prayers out to Kyrie Irving, hoping for speedy recovery mentally, and just hoping that he gets right, and the fact that and he's just not waking up every day to play basketball, and he's living his life. So shout out to Kyrie Irving for that. Secondly, here to switch gears from sports. I want to kind of switch gears to Michael Thomas. Michael Thomas recently came out this morning that Michael Thomas played injured in the last game of the Saints. I don't even know how to feel about that. And by the way, if y'all ever want to give y'all input, y'all can always call in. I have it set up where y'all can call in and everyone can hear. So if you want to call in, numbers in the description. You can call, give me your input, or start a whole new topic. It's all about the people, man. That's all this is what it's about. So yeah, Michael Thomas. That's what we was on. Michael Thomas played injured with a sprained ankle. I'm pretty sure it was, I believe. Yeah, played with a sprained ankle, and he said the reasoning that he played with a sprained ankle was because he wanted to get Drew Brees to his last another Super Bowl, which would have been his final Super Bowl. Michael Thomas, to me, I totally condemn. Like I respect the what's the word? The background, if you will. I don't know, but I really respect Michael Thomas as a person for trying to do that for not Tom Brady, Drew Brees. I really respect him for that. But at the same time, you got to take care of yourself. I think that's really what this is. This whole past 7.5 minutes has been about. Protect yourself. The shout out Julian Suffin. But that's all this is about, man. As athletes, I feel like we need to protect the athletes, because at the end of the day, on the weekends, on the weekdays, we're the ones that's cheering them on. We're the ones that's watching them do what they do, and they're putting their bodies out the line for our entertainment. And it's just really crazy how some people, like, when the athletes just go down mentally, it's just like, oh, supposed to be tough, supposed to be athlete. Nah, man, they still human. As an athlete myself, not that big of an athlete like my friends are, but athlete, I would say I'm an athlete nonetheless. As an athlete myself, not only do I like pride myself on taking care of my body, pride myself on taking care of my mentals, making sure that every day I go to practice, I'm not sluggish. If I do go to practice and I'm sluggish, I talk to my coaches, be like, hey, just not feeling right in the head today. Like, we need to actually talk to our players and make sure our players are like okay in the head, because even football, especially football players. If I was in the wrestling business, I would be fired for saying this, but for those who know the wrestling world back in the day of the 2000 period, or as not the casual fans, but the diehard fans like myself, like I was, the Attitude Era. Back in the Attitude Era, there was a man by the name of Chris Benoit, and he did a heinous act, murder-suicide. I'm not gonna get much into that because that's not my place to talk about. But yeah, he did a heinous act, and when they did his autopsy, they traced it back to the years and years of trauma to the head. And football players, man, constantly getting hit in the head, constantly putting their bodies out the line. Football is a dangerous game. It's very dangerous. MMA, dangerous. Max Holloway, great fighter. Max Holloway, great, amazing fighter. If you haven't read my website, set the UFC record in significant strikes at 445 significant strikes. And if you don't know, a significant strike, that's gonna put you to sleep. So shouts out Max Holloway. Max Holloway, yeah, the press conference after his fight, he said, hey man, this is his exact words. He did say amen. He was like, hey man, if you wanna be in this business long, you wanna be in this MMA life long, you gotta take care of your head, take care of your brain, because you only got one brain. And I feel like we should all take note of that. No matter what the sport you participate in, you only got one brain. So I respect Max Holloway even more. Max Holloway is one of my favorite fighters of watching UFC, MMA, like regardless. But it's just like, hey, you only got one brain. That's with all the sports, and excuse me, that's with every sport. And like we gotta take care of everything, man. We gotta take care of everything. Uh, switching switching gears now. Lakers fall to the Warriors 115-113 last night, and it kind of scared me. I ain't gonna lie. The fact that the Warriors beat the defending champions when the Warriors are supposed to be, they're not supposed to be as good as they are. But let's quote the great Flight Reacts and just say, look at Curry, man, so inspirational. Yes, Stephen Curry is so inspirational. Uh, Leading his team to a win over the defending champions. Uh, yeah, it's just crazy the fact that the defending champions got beat last night. But I really feel like, nonetheless, the Warriors can get a low seed. And if you have anything like to put your input on, go ahead and comment in the chat, or you can call in. Link is in the description. Yeah, man. LeBron excuse me, I'm sorry. LeBron scored 20 last night. I really feel like he could have done more. I really feel like LeBron can do more with the team he has. I know he's, getting on the old side, getting on the ancient side, but at the same time, I really feel like LeBron, the way he takes care of his body, he can do much more with his play of the game. Last night, I feel like he was a little bit passive. LeBron plays like the greatest player of all time when he plays aggressively. That's why I love LeBron. LeBron is one of the greatest of all time. There's no denying that. There's no debate on that. But Anthony Davis also played a little. If I were to say defensively, if he played passive. Uh, excuse me. There was this one play of the game where Stephen Curry hit him with a mean hesitation. I don't know. I feel like he just could have done way more on the defensive end. Only finished with one steal, one block, and yeah, I just feel like the whole Lakers team around could have just did something way more aggressively to try to get that win. But I know in the end of the season, I really feel like the Lakers are gonna end up repeating. Sorry, my mic went out. I really feel like the Lakers are gonna be the ones to repeat again against the Brooklyn Nets. Drop your predictions. Brooklyn Nets and Lakers. Who wins in that series? In a 7-game series, who wins? Switching gears back to football, draft news. Wide receiver, Ohio State wide receiver, Chase Olave. I don't know if I butchered that right. Olave stays for senior year when he's projected to go first round this year. Personally, I don't know how I feel about that, but you know what I'm saying? It's tough when you have that opportunity to go to the next level, because I know how that's like, not sports wise, because I mean, it's tough when you can go to the next level, but you just want to finish out what that road you're going. You have that straight path, and you can go to a higher level, but Julian Suffern says Nets, and how much though? You gotta tell me that. You gotta tell me that. You gotta tell me that. We have some breaking news actually. Pacers big man Miles Turner will not need surgery for his right hand and he has now been pushed to day to day. So that's good for the Pacers. Pacers really need the Brooklyn Nets, not the Brooklyn Nets. Pacers really need Miles Turner, and Miles Turner is a big playing big for the Nets. Let me pull up his numbers actually. Miles Turner. Pull up his numbers actually. Yeah, he's playing good for the Nets, averaging 13 points a game, 5 blocks a game, 2 steals a game. That's very impressive by the Pacers big man. Yeah, I would. There's been some speculation about them trading him to the Celtics, and I would really like that for the Celtics. But as the Pacers, I wouldn't trade away Miles Turner. If I was a team that wanted Miles Turner, and I know I kind of bunny rode it off back into basketball after I was talking about the draft, but I'm gonna get back to the draft in a little bit. Uh, but if I was a team in the NBA that wanted Miles Turner, I would be the Brooklyn Nets because of Miles Turner's defensive game. His defensive game is, as I just read, he's averaging 4.2 blocks a game. And if you round it up, 4.2 blocks a game and two steals a game. That's very big defensively. After the Nets traded Jared Allen, who was a huge role in their defensive end, Chris Levert, shout out Chris Levert, working a speeding recovery to him after they found a kidney, something in his kidney. Very scary with that. But yeah, it's just if I was the Nets traded away Jared Allen, and that just killed their defensive end momentum like altogether. And the fact that they get Kyrie back, yeah, which is very good on the offensive end, but it's all about defense. Defense wins championships, and the fact that NFL, I'm sorry, I'm trying to get back to the NFL news that I had written down. Yeah, the fact that they traded away so many defensive assets. The fact that they traded so many defensive assets that really kind of gets to me because at the end of the day, I know KD's big enough, he's strong enough and stuff like that. He's not strong enough, but KD's like tall enough to put like weight or put like prevention on LeBron. That's the word I was looking for. Sorry. He's there to put prevention on LeBron, but at the end of the day, he's if LeBron gets open lane, we saw a couple years ago, Jared Allen's the only man that can stop him, really. That's on the Nets, of course. That was on the Nets, if I will. Jared Allen is that only man to get up and get that momentum block. So that's all I gotta say about that. Switching back to the NFL draft. I'm sorry about that again. Spam risk calling me and stuff, man. Switching back to the NFL draft. Panthers get the number 3 pick. The Dolphins in a trade. I'm sorry. Panthers get the number 3 pick, and the Dolphins gets the pick 8, 39, and 104. Steelers now get the 10th pick, and the Cowboys now get the 24th, 55th, and a 2022 second rounder. Trevor Lawrence still projected to go first, but at the same time, Urban Meyer, new coach of the Jacksonville Jaguars, is looking towards drafting Justin Fields. However, I do feel like because Urban Meyer never played with Justin Fields over at Ohio, he might pass up and just get Trevor Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence, even though he is number one in his QB position of college QBs coming into the draft, I really feel like Justin Fields, his game would promote better with the Jacksonville Jaguars. The Jacksonville Jaguars play a little rugged. They play backyard football, if you will. They kind of play backyard football, but with Urban Myers, I really feel like he can make up some good offensive schemes with Justin Fields rather than Trevor Lawrence. However, Trevor Lawrence can run that ball. That boy can run. Trevor Lawrence can run that ball. If you need him to run that ball, he will run that ball. Quarterback Zach Wilson out of BYU is projected to go second to the New York Jets. However, I don't know if I like that. The fact that Justin Fields just took his team to the national championship, even though his performance was kind of passive. Uh, I don't like him going as the third QB to go in the draft. Yeah, let me know how y'all think about that. How y'all think about Justin Fields going the third QB in the draft and the BYU quarterback out of I'm sorry, Zach Wilson, the BYU quarterback going to the New York Jets. I really feel like either the Jets, the Panthers, someone with a top 3 pick, someone with a top 4 pick actually, because I just remember that Atlanta has the 4th pick, and I know I got some Atlanta fans in the building. Atlanta fans, let me know in the comments, how would you guys feel if Atlanta traded the 4th pick and Matt Ryan to the Houston Texans for Deshaun Watson? Let me know about that. If you guys don't like that trade, Atlanta needs Fields. Not really. I like. What about Deshaun Watson though? They can trade that 4th pick to Houston and get Deshaun Watson, and then they can trade Matt Ryan. There's also speculations that Atlanta might trade Julio Jones, which I have no idea why. I mean, I get he's getting older, and he's getting more prone to injury. I understand that, but at the same time, he's a stud, man. He's arguably the greatest wide receiver of all time, in my opinion. He's the greatest wide receiver, not all time. Sorry, not all time. He's best wide receiver in the league. I apologize for that, but he's arguably the best wide receiver in the league. He's best wide receiver in the league in my heart. I really feel like they should keep him and draft or trade for a quarterback in the league like Deshaun Watson, or Atlanta can move up in the draft by swapping the 4th pick with maybe the 2nd or 3rd pick and get Justin Fields or trade for Deshaun Watson. That's how I feel personally. Alabama wide receiver Devontae Smith, star wide receiver, Heisman winner. Sorry, my bad, Devontae. I forgot that. I forgot your accolades from it. Heisman winner, national championship winner. My bad, Devontae. My bad. Devontae Smith, wide receiver out of Alabama, 6'1" wide receiver, 175 pounds. Not the big boy weight. Projected to go to the Philadelphia Eagles. Personally, I would like this if Jalen Hurts had the starting job, just like off rip. But now that Doug Peterson is gone from the Philadelphia Eagles, I don't like this as much because I don't trust Carson Wentz with a talent like Devontae Smith. Being that Jalen Hurts already has that connection with Devontae Smith. Don't forget, back in, I'm pretty sure it was 2018 when Alabama faced Georgia. Jalen Hurts was the quarterback at that year before he switched to Alabama that next year. Yeah, it was 2018 before he got his starting job took by Tua Tagovailoa. The great Tua, tank for Tua. Yes sir. Yeah, he has that connection with Jalen Hurts. So if Philadelphia just came out and said Jalen Hurts is our quarterback and we will be shopping for Carson Wentz, if they came out and said that and we had a lockdown spot for Jalen Hurts on the as QB for the Philadelphia Eagles, I would like Devontae Smith as a pick for them. But if it's Carson Wentz, no. I feel like Carson Wentz's best days are behind him, even though he just got drafted and he's young. But I feel like after they won the Super Bowl without him, his confidence took a decline. I really feel like he needs to go somewhere, a new organization where he's not constantly reminded every time he walks into the stadium. Because if you don't know, there's a statue of Nick Foles and Doug Peterson shaking hands, not shaking hands, but a statue of them asking, hey, Philly Special, the infamous Philly Special moment. If you haven't seen it, go on YouTube, type in Philly Special. It's everywhere. It's a dope video. Yeah, he's constantly reminded of Nick Foles' success that he couldn't conquer that next year after he won that MVP. He was an MVP player. He won MVP that same year. So I really feel like he can. I just don't feel like it's Philadelphia he can get it done at. Going number 7, Jamar Chase out of LSU. He's actually ranked the first ranked wide receiver in the draft. I don't know how I feel about that. I mean, it gives you weapons if you're Matthew Stafford, because you have Kenny Galladay, Marvin Jones. Pretty sure it's Danny Amendola. Yeah, if you're Matt Stafford, you get plenty of weapons. But after the Matt Patricia situation, and your defense needs a rebirth. After getting Jeff Okada last year, I feel like you can really draft another defensive player. I don't really feel like you need a wide receiver or anything on offense because you have so many weapons, and Matthew Stafford is a stud. The only thing keeping Matthew Stafford away from the MVP is just injuries, man. Injuries. That's all it is for Matthew Stafford. Just injuries. So if you're Detroit, I wouldn't say go for a wide receiver. I would like that idea because you're giving Matthew Stafford that one more weapon. At the same time, your defense needs so much. Going number 8 in a mock trade, which is projected after a trade with the Carolina Panthers, the Miami Dolphins are going to select projectively Jalen Waddle out of Alabama, ranked number 3 wide receiver in the whole draft. All right. A wide receiver for the Miami Dolphins. Yeah, I like that. At the same time, he's very. I mean, here, what up, Fitted Vaughn? What up, Fitted Vaughn? Welcome to the stream, bro. Welcome to the stream. Jalen Waddle to the Miami Dolphins. I really feel like the Miami Dolphins have enough weapons. I don't feel like Tua needs another weapon. At the same time, they're also saying that Miami Dolphins players aren't sold on Tua, which I think is bogus because he's only a rookie. Not every rookie just goes out and just dominates. You know what I'm saying? By the way, if you haven't drunk your water today, make sure you drink your water, hydrate. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, Miami Dolphins players aren't sold on Tua, which I think is bogus because he's only a rookie. I mean, look at Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield, his past couple years hasn't been great, but at the same time, took him to the playoffs. And Tua was, I'm pretty sure he was 4-0, 4-3 in his first 3-4 starts. So give the kid some talk about lower is he's a small guy for quarterback, nonetheless. At the same time, he can fling that ball. Took Alabama to a national championship 2 times, I believe. One time. No, he's the one that made that clutch play against Georgia. Shout out Julian, Georgia UGA fan. But yeah, man, I feel like Tua has the keys, and I feel like defensively, after they gave up Raekwon McMillan that past year, I really feel like they should get more defensive ends, or defensive linemen, because their defensive linemen right now it's kind of on the iffy side, which I'm kind of scared of. Next, going number 9. Did I do number 9? Yep. Going number 9, Caleb Farley, cornerback out of Virginia Tech. I like this kid, man. Out of Virginia Tech, I love this kid. This is a good pick. This will be a good pick for the Denver Broncos. Ranked number one cornerback, and yeah, I love it. I'm not even gonna say anything about that. A projected trade is that the Dallas Cowboys is going to trade the number 10 pick to the Pittsburgh Steelers. And with that number 10 pick, if the Steelers get that number 10 pick, they will draft Trey Lance out of didn't even say. He's just not here. He's just not here. Okay. Well, no, we don't really know much. We don't really know much about this quarterback, but I really feel like they should draft a quarterback out of either that Or hear me out. Projected trade here. Say the Steelers do get the number 10 pick. And if you know me, I hate the Steelers. Fuck the Steelers. Anyways, if the Steelers do get the number 10 pick, they should trade that number 10 pick to the Packers, to the Green Bay Packers for Jordan Love. I would like to see Jordan Love in a Pittsburgh Steelers uniform. That would kind of give the Steelers that would kind of give the Steelers that they would still have that same momentum as they did this following year, even though I think this past year was a fluke. That would give them momentum. Uh they wouldn't they missed it the year before. They missed playoffs the year before. But still, that was the year before last year, this past year. It was a phenomenal job by Mike Tomlin. The fact that he went 8-8 with all those injuries that they had, and with like a third string QB, Duck Hodgins, just that was a with Mike Tomlin with Jordan Love. I would like that. After Jordan Love had time to sit under Aaron Rodgers, you give him the 10th pick, and I say give him a second string wide receiver, a wide receiver too. I think Green Bay goes for that because that gives Aaron Rodgers some another weapon on offense other than uh did I forget his name? Devontae Adams. No, I didn't. Anyways, other than Devontae Adams, it gives him another weapon. And also just it's a win-win on both sides. It's a win-win on both sides. That's all I'm gonna say about that. I'm not gonna say anything more. It's a win-win on both sides. With the 11th pick, the New York Giants are projected to take Mika Parson out of Penn State. I haven't heard much about this guy, but I think I have. He made that play against Michigan, I'm pretty sure. Did he make that play against Michigan? I'm not sure. I gotta look back on my notes for that one. But yeah, for the Giants to draft to not a wide receiver, to draft a linebacker, it really helps for their defense, but I really feel like their defense was good this year. But it kind of adds on from good to possibly great. At the same time, though, I really think that you should kind of go trade up to draft a quarterback. Whether it be either trade this pick and try to get Deshaun Watson, maybe trade Daniel Jones, maybe trade one of your top wide receivers to see how it goes. But I would like to see them try to get Deshaun Watson. I just want to see Deshaun Watson get out of Houston because it's crazy about what they're doing. Uh, yeah, just for them to try to get Deshaun Watson. Every team, if you're not the Baltimore Ravens, Los Angeles Chargers, Kansas City Chiefs, Green Bay Packers, Dallas Cowboys, Cleveland Browns, Buffalo Bills. That's it. If you're not those 7 teams, you should be trying your hardest to get Deshaun Watson. That's just my opinion. Deshaun Watson is a stud. He's the Michael Jordan of football. I said that yesterday. He he. I really feel like he's better than Patrick Mahomes. If I'm being honest with you, he's better than Patrick Mahomes. Deshaun Watson has better situational thinking than Patrick Mahomes. Deshaun Watson has so many mental tools he can use against you. He can when he pump fakes the ball before he takes a run, it's so convincing that he's about to throw the ball. Or when he's scrambling under the pocket, when the pocket collapses and he has to scramble, he has to make it. He's trying to make that play. No matter if someone's on his hip or someone's on his back, he's still trying to make that play. But if he knows he's smart like that. If he feels like, okay, if I try to go back, if I try to throw it forward, then he has that angle on me to knock this ball out. So Deshaun Watson, yeah, man, number one in pass yards, but only finished 4-11. It's you need to get him out of there, man. You need to get him out of you need to get him out of there. Uh, all right, man. I think that's my time of the day. Unless anyone wants to call in. Yeah, that's my time for the day. I hope everyone has a blessed day. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna cut this one short. I know last time was like 45 minutes to an hour. But yeah, man, I'm gonna keep this one short. And I just want to wish y'all a blessed day, man. Stop your arguing. Stop what you're doing. You just listen to the lowdown, Jay Lowry. We keep it low key all the time. Stay up. Peace.